Welcome to the Advice Show, media with the common sense approach. So there's a young man by the name of Kevin Bruce. He was going to get some information from his advisor, and he ran into another advisor, and he explained to her that he just wanted to wait just to ask some questions, and she had a nasty attitude with him, and he caught it on tape. We'll roll the clip.
Ask Mrs. Tilley like that.
I'm not harassing no one.
You are.
I'm not.
I can call security. You can fill out the form just like everybody else does.
Okay, I mean, I'm just waiting to talk to someone. I'm not harassing no one, though.
Sitting here until somebody's available is harassing them.
That's not harassing.
It is. Would you like for me to call campus security?
I mean,
I will go do that.
Okay.
This 25-second video of a Kennesaw State University advisor telling a student she was going to call campus security because he refused to leave and wanted to wait to talk to someone has gone viral one day after the incident. KSU Rising senior Kevin Bruce says all he wanted to do Wednesday was talk to his exercise science department advisor.
Assistant was going back and forth, like trying to see if she was available at the time, but she was on the phone. So I said, I'll just wait till she's done. And so after I said I'll wait till she's done, she was like, okay, well, just leave the form here and come back in an hour. And I said, I'll just wait. I have nothing else to do, so I'll just wait. And so after that, she went to go get, she was like, okay, I'll go get Miss Abby Dawson. And I said, oh my God. So I was like, okay, let me just go ahead and like get this recorded just in case so I can show the upper staff.
Bruce says Abby Dawson, the woman you see in this video, is actually one of his other advisors whom he says he's had dealings with in the past. In fact, he says that's why he decided to roll.
Abby Dawson have an attitude. That's why I knew like exactly when to record her.
So what happened after Abby Dawson told him she was going to call campus security?
I waited for a second to see if she was going to call security, you know, because like she has no reason to call security. So I mean, I wanted to explain to security what actually happened. And so I waited for a second, and then that's when I waited, and then I was like, okay, she's not going to call security.
How do you think that should have been handled? If you were,
I felt like, because I know you have to set up a meeting, but when you have a couple of questions, I feel like I feel like they could have took 2 minutes out of their time to speak to me. Because I mean, as a student, I'm paying tuition at Kennesaw State University. There's really no excuse for that.
Now, KSU today did release a statement to us, in part reading, quote, Kennesaw State University officials are working with a student to review his concerns regarding the behavior of an academic advisor in the Wellstar College of Health and Human Services.
Now, as you saw in the video, this man just wanted to ask some simple questions. He's right. He's paying tuition. He has a right to ask questions. He wasn't asking for a full-fledged 30-minute meeting or an hour or whatever about his, academics, just a couple of questions. Said that the woman that he wanted to talk to was on the phone. He said he had nothing to do. He'll wait. Even if he would have filled out that form and came back in 1 hour, he said he didn't have nothing else better to do with himself. He'll sit there, wait his time, play on his phone, talk on Facebook, whatever he wanted to do to pass the time. Now, this woman is the epitome of a nasty attitude, completely nasty attitude. And, to some of you brothers who feel that only black women got nasty attitudes, well, that video that you just saw is proof what I told you before. Any woman could have a nasty attitude, no matter nothing about no race. That woman act like she miserable. Look like she probably mad with the world. Maybe she hate her job. Maybe she in a bad relationship. She ain't got no man, whatever. But she got a nasty attitude. And, actually the guy was nice to her. Because some people would have told her off the way she was talking to him. Because there was no reason for that. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't disrespect her or anything. He just said, listen, I'll just wait until see somebody. It's nothing wrong with that. And what's dangerous about what she was doing was saying that's harassment. Imagine she called a wrong cop over there and said, he's harassing me. And they just come in there trying to, have an attitude or want to point guns and everything else. Because you know how it is for black men. Anytime we called on, we automatically guilty until proven innocent. I mean, that could have really ended in a bad way if it had been the wrong kind of security she would have called. So this situation, you just can't win for losing on sometime. You just can't. You want to do the right thing. Look, you saw how he was dressed. He had on a shirt and tie. He had his hat turned backwards. He didn't have dreadlocks. He wasn't a quote unquote thug. He was in school. He had his pants pulled up and everything. She still met that kind of nasty attitude. So please don't try to act like if we dress a certain way as black people, we're not going to deal with anything. We cut our hair a certain way, or we speak the King's English some sort of way, you're not going to deal with these problems. You're going to deal with them at times. That's why I hate when people say that stupid stuff. Obviously, you don't live in the real world. But the woman got suspended with pay, of course, until they finish the investigation. Now, I think they don't need to bring her back, because obviously she brought a bad look on the university. People say, well, shoot, that's who they hiring. I don't want to go talk to those people up there either. But, some of these people, sometimes if you don't like your job or whatever, or you got a bad attitude, why don't you just stay home for the day? You ain't got to deal with people like that, because sometimes you deal with the wrong one and you'll get a different result. Hit me up in the comments, future commentaries, subscribe.